Here we go. Naya PEREK, Naya Schachis. And really, with our eye on the prize that we're closing in, so all we'll say is let's keep the Chazara strong. Let's keep the Chazara strong. A few blot. And really, we have Pesach on the horizon. So what the Voida now is over the next 3.5 weeks is to get the first whatever it's going to be 2-3 blot klar. So over Yantif we can have a good Chazara, and that will propel us to getting the next stage. Let's move over Bissell because people are coming. So let's.
And can we do a Chazara of the Masach?
We're going to talk about it. You're going to be giving share over that over the summer, but we shouldn't talk about that before we talk to you over it. Wouldn't it be nice to put you on the spot like that, especially not appropriate, right? No pleasure.
Better when you feel better.
100%.
Most of my pages here have writing on it, so I would imagine it's probably
100%.
I think the end of the first.
We'll fill you in. I have some writing.
Here we go.
We all have
Ha
some
Khalil. What's a Khalil Chavra? Anyone? A flute. Myrdik. They hit a flute. Chamisha. Yeah, these two together. I can't eat the poppers; they're too spicy. But together with a piece of puggle, then it calms down the.
Saying we need to tell you to Google over here.
If
you want to try?
He always lets it.
Hachalil Chamisha Vishisha. The flute is 5 and 6. Zeu Chalil Shal Pisa Shayevo. Rav Yaakov, we have room for you, by the way. I'm letting you know. Yeah, we have room. We have room.
Extra food?
That I'm not so sure. Hachalil Chamisha Vishisha. Zeu Chalil Shal Pisa Shayevo. She'ino Idoiche. Lo yes a Shabbos, v'lo es hayontif. Now,
It's not the Shabbos. It's definitely not.
there you go. There you go. Very good. That's a very valid point, which we're gonna have to see.
Right. No, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You said it right. Simchas Beis HaShem, we have a very important Rashi. I mean, the Gemara is gonna say it, but Rashi didn't want us to wait till Amud Beis. Rashi right away dives in. What's Beis HaShoeva? Says Rashi on the third line. Kol simcha zu. Einoi elo. What's the simcha for? Bishvil nisuch hamayim. The pouring of the water. We've spoken about this nisuch hamayim. There you go. We spoke about the pouring of the water. Water is the item that everyone has. The quality of water. Celebrating that we're all equal. That's the yontif of Sukkot. That's what Rashi says. That's going to be a Gemara. Stay tuned. And because of this Ma'iridik Simcha of pouring water, which is like water, right? They're gonna mamish make a ganza party. Okay, let's get there. Says the Gemara, and we flip over Talmud Beis. Itmar, we learned Rabbi Yehuda v'Rav Ina, two incredible names. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol nihiyeh b'dorei. Wow. Strong. Rav Yehuda v'Rav Ina. Chad Tani Shtoiva. Simchas Beis Hashoiva. Chad Tani Hashuva. Fascinating. Okay, where does this come from? Amar Mar Zutra. Man did Tani Shoiva loy mishtabesh. What's lo mishtabesh? Close. Very close. Very close. Anyone else? Mishtabesh is a mistake. Very similar words. He's embarrassed. Manditani she'eva lo mishtabesh is not a mistake. Manditani chashuva lo mishtabesh. Neither are a mistake. So what's pshat? Explains the Gemara. Manditani she'eva lo mishtabesh. Why not? Tersiv. Ushaftem mayim bisasoin. So that's where the word of ushaftem and the drawing of water bisasoin with joy. Yeah, you had a better word for sausage.
I said joy.
You said joy. Yeah, article probably is a better word with
Jubilation.
that was good.
Someone else said jubilation.
Really?
Oh.
That's a good one.
Jubilation.
Umanditani chashuva, and mandam that says chashuva lemishavish. Why not? Tomer Rav Nachman. Mitzvah chashuvahi. That the nisuch hamayim, the pouring of the water, is a choshava mitzvah. Uba, and it comes Mishishis Yimei Bereshis. That's how chashuv it is. Comes all the way back for Shish Bereshis. What Sheikh is Shish Bereshis? Says the top Rashi something very, very interesting. Says Rashi, Damar and Leel, Sheetin. Remember those pipes? Very good. Sheetin Nivru Mishishis Yimei Bereshis like Kabel and Asachim. The water is poured through, so the pouring of the water is connected all the way back. So it's a mitzvah chashuva. What? So what shaykh is the pipe? Correct. So l'chayra, what the Gemara really means, I agree with you. L'chayra, the Gemara just honing in that to call it chashuva, it's okay because it's a mitzvah chashuva. Now, the chashivas of the mitzvah is that, which
I think you could go a different way. You could say it must be in such a possible mitzvah.
because it goes down a pipe.
Very
Very good. Oh, that's good. You can say it also. I like that. We can do that.
Why else would it say?
We can do that. That's the Gemara. Tanu Rabbanon. And by that Gemara was what we would call a little bit of a preamble. Shtikl no sheiches. Just a machlekes whether the word in the Mishnah should be she'iva or chashuva. The Gemara explaining that both of them are correct. And now we could start really the Gemara. Tanu Rabbanon, we learned in a brayso hacholil doiches hashabis divrei Rav Yossi Rav Yehuda, which clearly is not like our Mishnah, right? Because our Mishnah said very, very explicitly that it's not doicha. The Chachamim Aimrim diametrically opposing shita.
Maybe one was talking about before the basic, when the basic was around. When we talking
Well, we have to see. Meaning, what you're saying is, what does it mean, chalil? Maybe it's different meanings.
Doiches Shabbos.
Yeah.
We had a whole Gemara before where there were times for something.
Correct. I'm not arguing with you, but the way to say that would be that when it says the word chalil, it's referring to different things, different times, different actions. Good, very good. Let's see. No, it's not Doicha Shabbos. And guess what? Af Yontiv. It's not even Doicha Yontiv.
So you can't play the flute on Yontiv.
You cannot play the flute on Yontiv. Correct. That's what the Chachamim want. According to Rav Yisrael Yehuda, you can even play it on Shabbos. We don't know what you're doing. We don't know what this flute is for us. We have to see.
Can't be more opposed than that.
So says the Gemara. Let's see. Amar Rav Yosef. Now, just in a little bit scouting, Rav Yosef is about to explain the machlekes between Rav Yosef, Rav Yehuda, and the Chachamim. We're going to have another shita explaining this machlekes in a long time, all the way over here. So just to keep the larger tapestry of what's going on, we have a machlekes Rav Yosef, Rav Yehuda, Chachamim, whether the chalil is doicha Shabbos. Now Rav Yosef is explaining what is that machlekes. Let's see what it is. Machlekes b'shir shel karbon. Talking about the chalil that is played in conjunction with the songs of the carbon. So what's the machlekes? The Rav Yossi, Sava Rav Yossi holds Iker Shira Bikli, a fascinating machlekes. That the Iker Shira that is sung, that is performed when a carbon is brought is with a kli. Ve'avoidi, and it's an avoida to play the flute. Fascinating. See what music is. Excuse me. Kli is an instrument, yes, and referring to the flute, yes. Kli is literally a utensil. Here refers to an instrument. And because it's an avodah, we know what's the halacha of avodah on Shabbos. Of course, avodah is deicha Shabbos. V'deicha Shabbos. That's Rav Yossi. V'Rabbanan Savri. How do they argue? They argue mamish fundamentally. Iker Shira is not bikli, it's bipeh. That avada, there's halacha that you have to sing when you bring a carbon. The question is the singing the iker, or is the playing the flute together with the singing the iker? Rav Yossi says the playing the flute. The Chachamim say it's the singing with your mouth, and therefore the playing of the flute v'lav avoidehi. It's not an avodah ve'enoi doicha es haShabbos. Now, by the way, this is as fundamental as it gets. I'm sorry, 1 second. This is the yom we say every day we're talking about right now. This is the shir shel yom. The shir shel yom is the Levium saying shira. So we have a machlokes that shira of every day of Shir Shal Yom fame was that shira primarily with a flute, and they just happened to have sung with it, or is it primarily with singing and they happened to have played a
Saying they
flute?
we should start doing the Shir Shiyom with a flute or
I'm-
something, you know?
You have my eskama.
Bring that into the show.
Do that on a.
Or Shlomo.
People are fucking-
No, it's okay. No,
No one, the guys need to leave. They're out already. The second
Yeah.
conference.
yeah, Nebuch. Nebuch. What? What is?
Music and
No one's arguing that it's a chelik of the Mishnah. No one's arguing that. The machlek is it the ikr and does it get a shame avodah? You're right. It's for sure part of it. They played a flute. No one's arguing. Very good. Let's put Rav Yaakov saying he's right. Even according to Mandamar, the ikr shira bepeh avada, you're still supposed to play the flute, and still during the week, it's a very integral part of it. But it's not an ikr avodah, so it's not deicha Shabbos. So that's a shir shel carbon of every day. Aval. We're going to end with this. Shir shel shoy eva. If we're discussing the shir of the Simchas Beis HaShoeva fame of Sukkis, Divrei HaKol, everyone agrees. Simcha hi, everyone agrees it's a simcha. Ve'enoi deiches HaShabbos. So Rabbi Yosef is telling us that the machlokes, whether the Chalil is deiches Shabbos, has nothing to do with our Mishnah. Our Mishnah is talking about Simchas Beis HaShoeva, and everyone agrees that Simchas Beis HaShoeva is not a din of an avodah, it's a din of a simcha, and therefore it's not Deiche Shabbos. Let's stop over here to start off Chazara strong. I think it's Kedai. Let me just see. 1 second.
Shir Eva is only
Yeah.
Shir Eva is only done on Yom Tov. Like that's
Well, now we're learning it's only on Chol Hamoed.
that's what
Yes,
I meant.
correct. Only on Sukkot. Only on Sukkot.
The Nischa Mayim was only done on Sukkot.
Once a year, you poured water on the Mizbeach. Every other part of the time of the year, you poured wine on the Mizbeach. Only on Sukkot, you poured water. And the fascinating, as we're going to see, the fascinating detail is, well, that's part of our machlekes here. It might only have been on Chol Hamoed. We have to see. Is that always done? Yeah, exactly. But what's fascinating is that this fascinating, incredible simcha, special avodah of Sukkot is water, which Amir Tashem we're going to talk more about. Let's stop over here because the next shtickle is gonna go weiter, and let's try to start strong with getting a good chazar even of these 10 lines, which will hopefully propel us into stronger chazara. Siyata.